Okay, we're going to do the chords for A Girl with Fighting For. And the first thing you need to learn is the what I call the basic jazz chord. Okay, the basic jazz chord. So if we're in the key of G, all right, we're going to play the G bass. And you start with the basic jazz chord by playing, instead of the one, which would in this chord would be the G note, you play the 7, and normally the 7 is like da, 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 except we're gonna invert it. We're gonna come down here and play the 7 here, and then you play the 3 note of the chord like you normally would. Okay, so it sounds a little strange, and then you play the 6. So this is actually, so here's a normal G chord. All right. You come down to the 7 and you go up to the 6, okay? And it sounds like this. All right, it's a very jazzy chord. Now, once you've mastered this chord, okay, you can play it all up and down the scale if you learn all. Okay, I'm doing the same exact thing. So here's a C jazz chord, basic jazz chord. Here's the 7, the 3, and the 6. Okay, so, and I do this all the time in jazz. I'll do the G basic jazz, the E basic jazz, the A basic jazz, and the D basic jazz. In fact, you need to learn these to do this song. So it's all right. So here's how the song actually goes. I do the walk up. If you can't do the walk up, then I'll show you what to do. But here's how the general walk up goes. All right, you don't do that. You don't have to do that. If you can't do the walk up, then just go. Alright, now I'm going to teach you the second basic jazz chord. Alright, and it's usually played in the lead-in into the 4th chord. Now, this is the G, right? This is the key of G. And so the 4th chord is a C. But remember, we're not just playing regular Cs. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Alright? So the lead-in into the 4th chord is the second basic jazz chord. I don't even know what it is, but what you do is you go a half step higher on the bass than the chord you're going to slide into. So remember, we're leading into the C, so we're going to go a half step higher, and on this chord, again you do the 7, all right. But this time, it's weird. You do the 2 and the 3 and the 4. I know it sounds weird. Very strange, right? Very strange. But believe me, it works. So, there's that chord. Now we're going to go into the C, but it's going to be the C major 7. It's the C major 7. Remember, this is the regular 7, but this is the major 7. All right, so back to the walk up. Here we go. All right. So what I normally do is I do the second basic jazz chord into the C major 7, la down. And what I do is I hit a C major 7 down here, and this I actually play chords that often would mimic what various parts of a jazz orchestra would do at that point in time. So I'm going to hit these 3 notes right here. So it's do, that represents 3 trombones actually hitting that spot. It's just what I do. So basic, the C major 7, and then back up to the inverted C major 7. La da 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 da, you do. Sorry. La la da 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 da. Now, these are all basic jazz chords, except for the first one, which is a C major 7. La da 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 da. And then it goes down to the G, basic jazz chord. What do you want? A girl worth fighting for. I'm sorry. What do you want? What do you? Actually, I'm going to change that. What do you want? Let's see. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Yeah, it doesn't quite work because you're singing this, but you're playing this. But I do it anyway. What do you want? A girl worth fighting for. All right, so then I do a little walk up there. So we go into the C major 7. La ba ba da da da. You want a girl? And sometimes I play real light here, and I mimic or I repeat the melody. So la da 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 I'm sorry, now I'm going to play a C major 7, very full, over D. Anyway, those are the basic chords.